Shalom, my Hebrews and Shebrews. This is Oilfield Disciple. We are cruising with Jesus, heading out this beautiful morning. Well, it's time change here. Sure got everything all messed up. My activities here. My body's like, hey, it's not 5:30, it's 4:30. Anyway, let's talk about a few things. I'm gonna get out of my lane a little bit, get off get off the Bible, but then we're gonna come right back and get back to what this channel's all about. But I do believe that we need to stay informed on what's going on out there in the world. uh, as we study and understand scriptures. I don't know how well this is going to look when I flip the camera around. It's raining. Uh, it's kind of nasty out this morning, uh, but I got to get this light out of my eyes. So let me flip the camera around. I'm gonna cruise out of my lane just a little bit. We're gonna talk about a few things in the world, and then we're gonna come back to the Bible, and that's the best place for me to be whenever I'm teaching is at the Bible, because when I get out of my lane, now yes, I have some knowledge on and foresight of worldly things, but in the last 7 years since I've really focused on Christ, um, the minor details of what's going on in the world is of no concern to me. So let's flip the camera around, let's cruise with Jesus, let's talk about a few things. I hope this message will bless you, encourage you, and even frustrate you. Please go look this stuff up for yourself. Everything I say, go look it up for yourself. Um, so, further ado, flip the camera around. Let's see. Bam. What can we see? It's dark. It is dark, ain't it? Almost 6 o'clock and it's dark. That's good. All right. Uh, First of all, let's talk about this ridiculous coronavirus. Now, I say that, I'm not downplaying that coronavirus is very real, and it is um, an issue. But the media's playing on it. The deep state's playing on it. We blowed it out of proportion, and now we got all kind of ignorance going on here in the United States. I'm telling you, people are acting dumb. Um, we got one of our rooms finished at the motel uh, the other day, and we needed a TV for it. So looking around for the best deals, Walmart had the best deal on TV. So told my wife, I said, well, let's go to Walmart. Bad as I hate to. Didn't even think about all the issues that I've been reading on Facebook. Get to Walmart, first of all, I got to park back in the back 40. Uh, it's packed. And at that point, I'm like, let's do this another time. But no, it's got to be done. Put that TV in that room. That's $90 a night that we can get out of it. So uh, let's go ahead and push on. I get parked, start heading towards the doors, and I'm starting to watch these buggies come out, and it's people coming out pretty much in a hurry. And around here, people don't get in a hurry. When they come out of the store, it's like they don't work 24 hours and they wore plumb out. It's just like they're la 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 la, and you're in your vehicle trying to get to a parking spot, thinking any day now, homie. Anyway, everything was really hurried yesterday. And I mean, there was a train of people coming out with their buggies plumb full. And I'm talking about dumb stuff. Not only toilet paper, of course, paper towels. Seen one buggy, it was stacked to the max with dog food. Uh, just items that normally you wouldn't see all packed in a buggy for one person. And if you did, it would be far few and in between. It was very strange. It was different. And everybody was like in a hurried um, motion. And that's unusual for around here. So we press on, we're going in the door. I'm like, I just need a TV. I don't need a buggy. I don't need nothing. Let's go get the TV. Let's get out of here. So we do. And as I'm going to the back to where the TVs are at, I'm just watching people. And the spirit that was there was unnerving. It was, people are, uh, I don't want to use this word, but it's the only one I can come up with right now. People are scared right now. People are in panic mode. The way the media is blowing this coronavirus up, people think that it's coming and it's going to end all civilization as we know it. You know? Now, hey, it may. I don't know. I'm already stocked up and prepared. I don't have to rush the stores. Um, there's a few things that daily I like to go get, but I can live without them. We can probably get by, the three of us, and probably the few that'll come our way if it all goes to hell. We can probably get by for a solid 3.5 months right now. And I know that's not ideal, but considering we just moved and life's been chaos and all that, I think we're doing all right. Um, so, with that said, the spirit that is upon the land right now is a spirit of panic and frustration, and it's all coming from social media and the fake news, mainstream media, CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC. All of those news agencies are, you know, they're constantly talking about this and how bad it could be. And that's just putting fear in the American people. And it's not good. Back in the day before I had Jesus and I had to spend some time in the old county jail, uh, when it would get really, really full and packed, and something would happen and we'd lose um, our rights to go outside, for the couple hours that week. We'd lose our rights for that, and maybe lose our TV rights, maybe lose our Kool-Aid rights or something, something small. But what it would do is the tension level you could feel in that entire jail cell of 30 to 40 men, that all it took is just one thing out of place and all hell's fixing to break loose. And when I was in jail, I experienced that a few times. So that's kind of what I feel right now. It's like just one little straw placed on the camel's back right now, and it breaks. All hell breaks loose. And so that's kind of the spirit that we're feeling here now. I'm right in the middle of the Permian Basin, oil field country. This community and local economy thrives off of what the oil field does. Um, and with the oil prices dropping dramatically down to $30 a barrel, that's another thing that's putting everybody around here into panic. You know, we're used to making 12, 15, $2,000 a week, and now we're looking at, we'll be lucky if we make that a month because of being the work slowing down and things not going forward. And so that puts a lot of stress on people. So you add that with the coronavirus, um, yeah, the tensions around here are kind of tough. I would say 7 years ago, I would probably, you know, my spirit would be bent and twisted. I would be a little bit nervous. You know, I would, I was still prepared. I had stuff stocked up. I had plenty of bullets, plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of socks, uh, all that good stuff. I've been in a position to prep. You know, I don't really like using the word prepper, but I've always been prepared for hell to break loose. For about 15 years now, so maybe 20 years. Anyway, um, my spirit is not twisted, and I'll tell you why. It's because I'm staying focused on Yah and what His Word says. Um, I've been speaking on the first judgment of America because of her wicked sins was the debased mind of the leaders, and we see that. And I've said that the second judgment is a collapse of the culture, or of the economy, society, and a more wicked nation coming in and taking over us. That would be the second judgment from Yah. If that be the case, stay focused on Yah and maybe get a little tighter with Yah. You know, we here in America have got this special privilege. You know, you hear of white privilege. I'm gonna call it Western privilege because we're supposed to be special, and Yah's supposed to protect us even when we're wicked, and we have that mindset. We're not going to go through any trials and troubles because Yah has us because we're Americans. Well, I got news for you. We're killing babies at an unprecedented rate, and our leaders, when a piece of legislation comes up to end that, the leaders that be are making a mockery of it and throwing a fit and fighting against it. And so we keep killing them babies like we're doing. We keep acting in society of this whores and whoredom and adultery and really just don't give a dang about anyone but themselves. Mix all that up, and that's a complete debauchery and abomination to the Most High Yah. Why would He not judge this nation? You know, why would He not bring us to our knees to hopefully bring us to our senses? And so my suggestion is get tight with Yah. Um, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they weren't doing nothing wrong whenever Babylon come and they got taken into captivity. But y'all took care of them. Now, I'm not saying that you can be tight with God, you can be doing everything that you're told to do, and something won't happen, and you get to go meet the good Lord quick, fast, in a hurry, and your loved ones are whining and crying over you. I'm not saying that, if you're tight with God, that you ain't ever going to die. Don't misunderstand me. I had a brother that was super tight in Yahweh, and cancer come in 1 year took him out. Uh, Y'all's will. I kind of see the fruits of his death. Uh, there was fruits there that glorified Yah, and if that be the case, glory to God. We got to think about that. Anyway, get close with Yah because you know shut down the grocery stores, shut down the WalMarts and the convenience stores, and turn off the power. Where we lose our cell phones and TVs, and all hell gonna break loose. American people are ignorant when it comes to stuff like that, especially the ones that ain't prepared. Talking to a brother yesterday about Civil War 2.0. Civil War 1, the battle lines were pretty well set. Um, the sides were well recognized, the blue and the gray. We have Civil War today, and it's going to be worse than what our fathers faced in Vietnam, or some of y'all maybe that listen faced in Vietnam when it comes to identifying the enemy. You don't know who the enemy is. It could be that little 3-year-old child bringing you a gift with a big bomb in it. You know, we will not know who our enemy is until they strike at us. It's going to be bloody and wicked, not pleasant whatsoever. I'm definitely not looking forward to that. I hope something changes where we don't have to deal with that because Civil War 2.0 will be the ugliest war this 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 world has ever seen. For the simple fact the enemy will not be able to be identified quick enough, and therefore the battle lines will be all mixed and blurred. Um, Hell, who's going to command these two sides? Who's going to command the left and the right? Um, I don't know. When I think about that and I get into the depth of that, it's just like, don't want no part of that one. Um, you know, don't bring it to my door, or I will be a part of it. But you know, I hear people, let's go, let's do it, take our country back. It's like, no, not like that, son, not like that. We take our country back on our knees, praying to the Most High Yah, repenting, starting at the home. helping others learn to repent so it umbrellas out and it spreads. That's our only hope of getting any kind of democratic republic back, constitutional republic. War, no, it's just going to be bloodier than hell. Tens of millions will die for no reason, and there will not be no problem solved. Just a bunch of dead people. And that's what I believe. It's what I see coming. It's not going to be pretty. So I'm just going to stay focused on young. I didn't even know the oil prices dropped the other day until I got the email from my company for an emergency meeting. You know, we laid off our relief hands. We shut in 40 to 50 wells that weren't really producing and were costing us a little money. And we rearranged our routes, and the four pumpers that worked for Armstrong Energy, we rearranged the routes and made one of them a relief guy. We took all of our plans going forward to build and to make better, um, and we shut them down, and that costs a couple of companies that were uh, planning on working for us to do that work, who has employees. We're counting on that, and now they don't have that. Uh, that's frustrating to me because I know a couple of the guys on that crew uh, real well and know their families. And one of them comes to our assembly every Sunday, and he's getting real strong in the Lord. And it's frustrating to um, watch the suffrage that's coming because they weren't prepared. They're still young and they don't understand the oil field, and they really don't understand economics. Period. You haven't been through it. Just nobody can really tell you. And so we need to be there for that younger generation to strengthen them and encourage them when they look around and go, the world's falling apart. We can go, it's all right. Yahweh's got it. He may be rearranging it, just like he did with our lives. When we came to him, our lives fell apart for a time, so he could arrange us and fix us and mold us his way. This country may go to her knees over this. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. I am saying that this is more unusual than anything I've ever seen before. And since 2001, you can go back and look at it. Since 2001, about every 2, 3, 4 years, some kind of weird virus shows up, and it's a global killer going to end the world. And we've lived through all of them since 2001. Um, Imagine that. And so I've been through a couple of crashes in the economy, being in the oil field over the years, and they've been quite severe at times, but not to the extent of this. I mean, we got the email last night that from the school system saying that they are suspending all school and activities for 3 weeks until they revisit it. I ain't never heard of that happening before, you know. Which I've got some parenting and fathering to do when I get home today because I didn't realize it, but my wife told me last night that my youngest daughter,